VR review of the Hyundai Elantra in the touring car class. Look, what's not to like would be the first impression: a cutout steering wheel, a fixed dash display, but it's visible past the cutout steering wheel. It's relatively clear. It changes a lot. I don't know what Hyundai's doing, but every time I do something, it just changes without me needing to do anything. Big windscreen, not too bad with that roll cage padding up there. The mirrors not in my line of sight the entire time. I have to look over there, and then the visibility through it is really good. The outside mirrors are a bit useless. All of this mesh, double mesh, is really annoying, but you know, it's bearable. So why isn't it great? It's that dash. That dash is made of some sort of plastic, and whatever the reflective map on that is it's just so grainy. I don't know if you can see that in the pancake version, but it's running at like 15 frames a second, or it's a slower update, which makes sense for shadows and lighting. But it's speckled and grainy, and it just, I mean, we'll get to a different part of the track, but it's always there, and it just looks plastic and distracting, even there when the light's catching it. The McLaren has some suede which absorbs light, and this does the exact opposite. It's trying to be shiny and plasticky, and it can't do it somehow. It just doesn't work, and it's very distracting. Everything else about this is fine. Look, even I'll bring it up, the relative, there's not a clean spot on the dash to put it, but if you get it just above that buckle and below your sight line, that's a pretty good spot, and it's importantly out of the way of the steering wheel, so your hands aren't going see-through and taking you out of the immersion that way. You can run that mirror up there. It just sort of hides up in the black above the windscreen and takes over that padded bit of the roll cage. That's fine. You can turn that central mirror off, then save some frames there. The relative hides a little bit the shiny surface, but it never goes away. I mean, if we drive it for a little bit, I really hope to like this. I saw somebody else driving this in VR, and I thought, yep, that'll be the touring car that I'll get. Cutout wheel for me, thanks. Look, in the shade like that, the dash looks great. It's fine. It's a dull plastic, perfectly, you know, your standard car being converted into a race car. But as soon as it gets some sun on it, so we'll turn the corner here onto the start-finish line again. Great sight lines, you can place the car well. Look at that. As soon as it gets shiny, yeah, it's awful. I hate it. I can't stop looking at it. I can't stop being distracted by it. Everything else, the distance to steering wheel, distance to dash, it's great. Even the dash itself, I don't mind that. Look at it. It keeps changing. Like I said, I'm not doing anything. It just changes gear. Yep. At first it does that. Neutral. I don't understand it. I don't care. It's got a clear time telling me when to shift. It's got other things that might become useful if I ever drove it more than just a test session. The distance, I can get, you know, quite close to it and still be comfortable. The lights are a bit distracting, but not too bad. At the native distance away, everything feels the right size. It's that dash. I'm sorry, Hyundai. Stick a carpet mat on it, those 80s style cutout carpet mats you can buy from any auto shop, and cover the hideous 15 frames a second speckled light map on that, and then we got ourselves a car. But it was too much for me. Didn't end up buying this car because of that reason.